Oh, we finally made it out of work. So it's about 11 p.m. and we got our meal. We got some ground beef and rice. About to eat this shit on the way home and make this video. I haven't made a car video in a long time. I forgot my aux cord at home, so I'm basically can't listen to music right now. Or I was listening to the Napoleon Hill book, Outwitting the Devil, on my ride in. It's like a 3-hour audiobook on YouTube. It's free. You should all check it out. This guy is jamming next to me. Say that. Anyway, I wanted to make this video for you guys to address something that I was getting in my comments. Sometimes I make these ranting videos where I'm kind of just like, you need to do this and you should do that, and if you don't do this, then you're that or this. Like, not to be too generic here, but my delivery, my approach, my way of going about explaining it can often come off in a way that sounds like I'm calling someone out, putting someone down. But really, that's not my intention at all. I want to call you up, not call you out, call you up to your higher potential. When I was skipping class to smoke weed in college, feeling like a loser, asking all the people that I knew to drink with me on a Tuesday night so that I could feel a part of something. My life was a mess. When I was doing my outpatient therapy, after getting 302'd, institutionalized for 2 weeks, I would always talk to my therapist about how I was never going to have a job. I didn't want to work. The Airbnb was making so much money that I was just going to do that and I was going to figure it out. I was so young and dumb and naive that I didn't even realize that in order to create a successful business, work was a big part of the equation. So I was only fooling myself by saying that I didn't want to work. The reality is that every day I'm working. Just because I wear a name tag and I punch on the clock at a certain company, or drive in my car and deliver food or whatever, I'm still working every day. Getting up out of bed is work sometimes. Making sure that there's no dishes in the sink, doing all the dishes is work. Picking out my clothes, making sure I shower, posting my 10 to 15 stories on Instagram every single day. Getting my workouts in, not just going to the gym and doing whatever la-di-da workout, but actually going there and putting in work. Putting in real work and training hard to stretch my potential. So when I come on here and I say, if you guys are taking GLP-1s, you're doing it the shortcut way and you're bullshitting yourself and whatever else I may say, I promise you, I'm not trying to come off like a jerk. somebody in the comments compared me to Andrew Tate, which I thought was pretty funny. But I was like, Andrew Tate, out of all the people, like, I don't lie on the internet. I don't smoke cigars. I don't have tiger tattoos on my body or whatever. Talk down to women and have OnlyFans businesses. Like, I don't do any sketchy shit. Nine times out of 10, when I'm making these videos, I'm talking to my older self. Ed Milet, a great speaker, writer, businessman, entrepreneur, always says, you are most qualified to help the person you used to be. That's why I make these videos the way I do, because I'm talking to my old self. I'm talking to the person I used to be. If you're still smoking weed and not even having any money in your savings account, like, that's who I used to be. If you're overweight by 50 pounds, 25 pounds, 100 pounds, that's who I used to be. If you have such low emotional IQ that you can't go in your car and drive from point A to point B without screaming and cursing, flipping people off, hand gestures, getting angry, that's who I used to be. All these personas of people with character traits that I used to have, I go back and reflect on them and try to identify them so that I can actually help you guys out. Sometimes it's hard to remember, and sometimes it's hard to even believe my reality. If you would have talked to me 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago and saw me at my worst, if an angel would have flew down from heaven and said, Zach, in 6 years, you're going to be a food and beverage manager making over $60,000 a year. You're going to have a wife who loves and adores you, and you're going to have a puppy with her, and your life is going to be great. You're going to be in the best shape of your life. You're going to have money in your savings account. You're going to start a business that's going to help people and change the world and grow your life, your finances, your family's life in freedom into everything that you ever dreamed of. Your wildest imagination, your wildest dreams will come true. I wouldn't have believed you. I would not have believed you. I used to read all the self-help books. I talk about it in my old content. The content I used to make in 2016, how I first read Rich Dad Poor Dad. When I was young, when I was 10 years old, I used to go shovel snow with a kid in the neighborhood, knock people's doors to try to sell them on our snow shoveling and lawn mowing services. I trash picked a lawnmower out of the grass. Trash picked the lawnmower out of the trash on garbage day, rode our bikes around the neighborhood looking for trash that we could turn into opportunities. Little entrepreneurs we were. If you told that kid, Zach, you're going to be posting YouTube videos one day, you're going to be making 10-minute long videos while you're eating your meal in your car late at night, he would have looked at you like you were crazy. But anyway, when you guys look at me like I'm crazy, it doesn't bother me. When you call me narcissistic, when you say I'm an asshole, when you compare me to people like Andrew Tate, I don't care. Do I like it? No. It doesn't feel good. It's not satisfying. I prefer the comments that say, bro, my brother is just like you. Your message is so inspiring. You've helped me so much. I'm so proud of you. Keep going. Stay strong. I've been sober now too. Like, I really, I admire your content and everything that you're doing. Like, I'd much rather have those comments, but I don't care. I'll take the negative ones too. I had guys on Instagram, I don't even know who it was, harassing me and my wife, saying how I follow Instagram models and OnlyFans girls or whatever, which is not true. Every woman that I follow on Instagram, for the most part, I either know in person, I've talked to through the DMs, we have some sort of mutual interests or something in common, like a fitness group or page or something that we did together. I don't just go on and follow random hoes. It's funny, I showed my wife the phone and she just looked at it and shook her head like, what the hell? I ended up having to delete my comment because this guy was harassing me so much, going on my page and everything. But I do it for the old version of me, man. The one who was standing in line to buy vape pods and Newports at the gas station when he was 25 years old and he didn't have his ID, and the employee at the front desk carded him and he snapped. He lost his shit. He cursed her out. He said, fuck you and fuck this and blah, blah, blah. And is that how you want to show up as a man in public? My parents fought all the time when I was growing up. My role models, my masculine role models in life were non-existent. The ones that were there exhibited traits that I would never wish to possess. The way I live my life as a man, the way I do things in my world and the way that I come off is totally different than the way I was raised. So, I was raised by women. My mom, my grandma, my aunt, lots of women, lots of estrogen. Anytime you'd go home for Christmas or Thanksgiving dinner, mostly women, 1 to 3 men. So yeah, compare me to Andrew Tate or whatever, that's fine. You're not hurting my feelings, bro. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm going to keep trying to help that person that I used to be. I know some people are getting value out of what I post. I see the views, I see the likes, I see the subscriber count. When I first started talking about a YouTube channel and online coaching, I had 40 subscribers. I remember telling an old coworker at my old store that I had 40 subscribers, and that was all I had. And she said, that's like a whole classroom full of people. And I was like, damn, you're right. You're right, dude. And I texted her the other day and I said, I got like 100 now. Now I'm at 109 and it keeps growing. So I'm going to keep putting these posts out there. Take it or leave it. You'd like my message, want to connect with me, that's awesome. If you want to partake in your own transformation, that's even better. You want someone like me to help you, guide you along the way, I'm totally down to chat and see if we're a good fit. Obviously, not everybody is going to be the best qualified fit to work with me and what I have to offer through my coaching, my transformation coaching. But if you get any enjoyment or value out of my content, that's great. If it comes across your page and you don't, then just hit the not interested thing. I really don't give a shit. I'm not trying to see everyone in the world. I don't care. Whatever content you're into, and you're entitled to your own opinion. So that's all I got for this video. 15 minutes. We went on a rant. We went on a rip. Hopefully we made something. Hopefully something coherent. We're almost home. It's late now. It's about 1:30. We're driving on the parkway. Eating our food. eating our meals still. We were supposed to stay till midnight, but shout out to the mod on third shift. I said, is everything good? Are you sure? Are you positive? You need anything? 100%. She said, yeah, you're good. I said, all right, so I can bounce. She said, okay. So I bounced, and here we are. Have a great night, everybody. I'll see you on the next video.